Oh, yes, 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 yes. You are welcome back. We went on a short break. It's still the Edo 2024 governorship election live broadcast. Myself and Kwame Lamte, the CNC of the commission, have been here for about 4 hours before we took a break, monitoring the election. I said we're going to come back. And indeed, we are back. The election is on, but the report and the feelers are not very encouraging. Not encouraging because there will not be a winner, but encouraging because the process has been marred with irregularities. Many of us, I believe, thought we've passed this many times, and we're expecting a radical departure from what has become the new normal in our country. And we thought that those states would be a barometer to change that. But it appears the events before we left and what we're monitoring is not different from what it has used to be. It's surprising. One would have expected that with the level of exposure, with level of decisions taken, especially by INEC and the federal government, things will go differently. But I dare say, with no apology, but with total reservation and some level of disdain, that it looks like it's still the same. PDP, APC, holding sway with form of thuggery, vote buying, and other intimidations in where they think they are strong. And then that has left other parties, even the Labour Party, struggling. We've heard reports where votes have been bought, and even Labour Party agents, and even PDP agents and APC agents in some places have succumbed to the highest bidder as it may be. But PDP, APC are leading the highest bidder position, and hungry Nigerians and hungry Edo State people seem to be falling for it. One would wonder, when will this change indeed come? We are going to give us reports as we get them. Kwame Lamte, you are welcome back. I hope you had a very good rest. I know you'll be inundated with lots of phone calls, people calling you and sending you videos and messages about what is happening in the Edo 2024 election. For me, I thought it was going to be a watershed. But early days yet, let's wait for the result. But the process is what I'm indeed very surprised about. Are you surprised yourself, CNC Komilante Bawosariaki?
Honestly, bro, I am. Is it surprised? I am shocked. Shocked because, after every election, something tells you that you've seen it all. But somehow, these politicians, they have a way of improving on, what you saw the last time. I mean, since we took the short break, I didn't actually rest. I've been, talking to everybody on the ground across the state. And the stories are similar. And like you said, the people holding sway are either APC or PDP. As a matter of fact, even areas where, for us, we're very hopeful, they are a Labour Party strongholds. They've been seriously decimated. Results are already trickling in. And you definitely, with all that I've gathered, I had gathered all the while, I definitely am not surprised with the kind of results coming in now. Particularly, when, of course, we got live information about Labour Party hopefuls, people, supporters, coming to polling units, and being bought over. There are people in almost every polling unit by APC and PDP, okay, just stationed to sell to whoever is ready to buy. And majority of people are ready to sell, to the extent that I have, wide report where it's not even the electorate right now, where as you are approaching polling units, people are asking you, would you vote for this so you can get XYZ? As a matter of fact, people have been asking Labour Party agents how much una get, because I've been offered this by that, and the other, so I'm looking for the one with big pass. So at the end of the day, and a lot of people didn't want to come out previously, we're now had to come out because they're getting information that, man, there is
They
so
are
much money to be
coming
picked.
out to come and cash in.
Yeah, to be picked. And you understand what I'm saying? So they now came out, they were just asking agents how much nothing they sell, how much now go pay, how much now go pay. You understand what I'm saying? And all of that. So, and Labour Party wants to ride on integrity more or less. They want to ride on the goodwill of the people who ordinarily be tired of the status quo. But like Jared Willis has said, Nigerians are still very much in love with their oppressors. And so people have sold out. Now, you will even blame the electorate alone that are sold, that why would they sell out? If the people committed themselves to be against the Labour Party, many of them sold out to the PDP, sold out to the APC. You know what I'm saying? Because those ones are paying more. So at the end of the day, we are just in an election right now where almost every decision is being decided on the strength of how much is available. So it's an election, largely, being conducted now under the environment where money is speaking and swaying the minds of the electorate. Very directly. In some cases, it's been reported that even the police and the security men, present are the ones protecting the process so that there can be easy a transaction, as it were. Bro, this is a new dimension to the process. Where we expected probably fear of violence, ballot snatching and all of that, white scale, nothing like that. But what they now did was to deploy so much resources into the field. And so if you're an electorate in Edo State today and you are smart, you are probably likely to vote and go home with a lot of money, as the case is. Unfortunately, it remains to be seen if this money is going to last you for more than a couple of days. And yet the story remains the same. So, my brother, it's a sorry situation. It's appalling. It's abysmal. It's hopeless. And we were talking just now off, before we came live. And I've told myself, man, by the time the entire election is concluded and everything is done, I'm saying it loud, I am probably, I don't know, but probably going to hands off anything that has to do with politics in Nigeria. My brother, I have paid my dues. I have been an advocate of what is right in Edo State and Nigeria. But bro, if the people's ears can be impervious, irrespective of the situation, and they are not listening, they are not willing to listen, and they expect us to join them to wail, to say there's so much hunger, because there's going to be another hunger protest very soon. My brother, this election is going to serve as a reminder to say, at the time when people needed to do the right thing, they forgot the right thing and answer to the quest of their immediate gratification. Bro, it's a sorry state. It's appalling, like I said. It's abysmal. Honestly, for me, it's beginning to look like a total waste of time and energy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Weekends are usually days where we catch up with our family, but we've left it. It's just like what Onaiwu Osaibovo has just written. I don't know if he's referring to us. He said those people know that the money you people are collecting ensure it will last you and your household for 8 years. I don't know if he's referring to us or referring to the Edo State people.
It's definitely referring to the electorate. That's what it's saying.
Yeah. Thank you, Onaiwu, for that.
Yeah.
Because if it's us, I don't know what money that will be given to me. So sometimes I ask myself those questions. Why are we here and what are we doing? I've taken some decisions as well. I think, again, we in diaspora, we have to at this point also ask questions, because the people that are voting, they vote and they come and put us in difficulty, asking us money here and there. We have to also do something to make them to wake up as well. Because if you sell your cake in the morning, don't expect to have it again in the evening. Like I said, I don't care whoever wins in any election, but I want the process to be followed and things to be followed properly. Yeah. The process is what I am angry about. And just away from the election, I'm even more angered looking at the topography where elections are taking place. You still see waterlogged gutters everywhere. So I'm asking myself, what was even the need for the election? because where you are even going to vote is not befitting of a voting place, and you still want to vote that same government or vote the same government. I find it very, very funny. When are we going to punish them? Even if you are not victorious, you punish them to see that the opposition gets a very large chunk of the vote. Then they will learn some lessons. But it looks like Nigerians, like you said, you use a very important word which we used to use in geography when we're doing rock, impervious. They appear that everything we say or people are clamoring for appears not to be going in the right direction. People, like you said, they just love their oppressors. We can't even show these videos to our friends in other climes of how elections are going. I feel so miffed. I feel ashamed. Because sometimes you may be happy now to say, yes, my candidate has won. But what process has your candidate won by? And in few months' time, you'll be clamoring and quarreling that they didn't work. Sometimes I don't want to, it just look like you don't want to listen anymore to what is happening in our dear state. PDP, APC, Labour, whatever. Let the process be fine. If you pay, because somebody has paid to get your vote, how do you expect the person to work? I don't know if they will give you like 10 billion. Even if they give you 10 billion, it will not solve your problems. Not of 20,000, 5,000, 10,000. You just want to collect it. Because if we are to change this system, Lamte, there must be something radical. People like when we did the show earlier on, a gentleman Paul rang from London. You have decided to be an agent for a particular party. You get to the agent center, you get to the polling unit. You are saying that the other party are paying more. When you left because you wanted to be an agent for somebody. What the Bible story told us, those that were called in the money, they were paid their own fair share. They told you how much they were going to pay you. You were committed to it, and you go there, you then move. For what? So it's a very difficult. We are supposed to be talking about the beautiful elections, but here we are crying about the entire process. No one process, no one particular ward or polling unit have we heard something very remarkable and everything going on well. And tomorrow, victors, whether Labour Party, APC, PDP, whatever party, will go and thank God or thank people and will be hailing and clamoring for them. I don't know what's going to befall before the state, but it's
pharmacists, irrespective of the outcome of this election, irrespective of whoever wins, for me, this is not what I was told, but for what I have followed, we have observers and agents on the ground reporting directly to us, feeding us with information, sending us live feed, voice records, message, every other thing. Bro, if what our own observers and agents have sent to us is anything to go by, irrespective of the outcome of this election, even if it's Olumide that is declared the winner of this election, this is already a flawed election.
process,
and dangerously so. Now, the danger in this is that, and this is what people don't understand, we are further set back many years, and we are further, giving, the authority to those at the helm of affairs to continue in their brazen attitude. The evolution of this kind of political culture is dangerous to the future of this country. It is dangerous to everything. You were just mentioning just now, earth rules, bad rules, blah, 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 and all of that. Bro, none of these things can heave a sigh of relief on behalf of the people if the process that is leading to the election of their leaders is as flawed as this.
Absolutely.
Look, man, I am amazed to my marrow. In the last election, I thought, where we are senator, it cannot be worse than this. But in this election, okay, people are not being beaten. We are not seeing widespread, incidents where ballot boxes are being snatched. This is just a clear intimidation. with people coming to a polling unit with several millions of naira, with the sole aim of approaching the electorate to say, keep your decision from home. Take XYZ amount of money if only you will vote for our candidates. And the electorate buys into this. The electorate says, wait for me. He goes around. PDP has offered XYZ. APC, how much are you offering? He moves around. LP, how much are you offering? Then he turns back and says, PDP, you are offering the highest, or APC, you are offering the highest. You understand what I'm saying now? He collects and goes in. As a matter of fact, there's a video sent to me, I was looking for it earlier, where a particular electorate was voting. He recorded himself to have voted for PDP. And on his voiceover, he was saying that he's taking this to the PDP, a payer to pay him his balance for voting for PDP. This human being may not have set out from his house this morning to want to come and vote for PDP, but he came to the center and saw that, oh man, he can catch in on this situation. Now, like I said earlier, there's a huge danger in this, and the danger is a vicious cycle kind of danger. For those that are paying, they will continue to ensure that they have a lot of money in place at the expense of good roads, at the expense of good healthcare services, at the expense of a good economy, at the expense of everything. They will save a lot for a process like this. Now, this, our own electorate, the information will go around that, oh man, you can catch this period though. They are all waiting for election to come so that they themselves can approach the politicians to get paid and sell their consciences. So, my brother, we are in a dangerous terrain. It has never been this bad. I think Edo State just opened a new frontier of political manipulation. And this new frontier is not just a frontier that can be beaten. This one is embedded in the blood and in the soul of the people. My brother, I will challenge anybody that tells me today that there is hope to revamp this nation. I will challenge it. It is not feasible. It is not within the prospect of belief. It is not within the prospect of any sensible argument. It is looking like an impossibility, not in 100 years' time. My brother, yeah. This is
and one funny pastor will come and tell you that God says, they saw it in a vision. God also say you should be buying vote. Just also say that, Komelamti. I have been stopped and almost arrested in this country when I went to withdraw 5,000 pounds from my bank account, my own money.
Yes.
They called security on me and they did everything before they gave me the money. Komelamti, in a place where we have almost 4 to 5 financial ombudsmen, EFCC and all that, how can somebody withdraw money from a bank to pay people on election day? You see why I'm telling you that I am not angry with the politicians anymore. I am angry with the Nigerian people, and in this case, Edo State people, because Governor Obaseki would not go straight to go and withdraw money, or Shomole, all of them. People, bank managers release those monies to them that they are not giving to people. So you see that there is a whole lot of process. Imagine if everything is cashless and you cannot get money from bank account, will you be able to go and induce people? So there is a failure of the entire process. In America, Donald Trump called the head of the electoral agency. Myself and yourself, we were not aware. We were not there. Nobody could have known. Nobody recorded. But what happened? This man came out to bring this information, to report his president to the state. He knows that nothing will happen to him because the state will protect him. He came and he brought that audio tape out, and that has formed some evidence against Donald Trump in many of his cases. How many of those can we see in Nigeria? Where there are churches everywhere, every street, every door. There are local houses everywhere. There are Ogun servers everywhere. There are Muslims everywhere, and all of them say we should speak the truth and do what is right, then it becomes a bit very laughable. And we lost good things because of mediocrity.
Pharmacists, I think you are going too far. You know, before you start getting such prudence from institutions like banks and everything, so many things would have been sorted. You do not just treat things from the periphery. You have to treat it from the inside. Obama says change will not happen from top downwards, but from down upwards. This same country that we are talking about right now. 3 years ago, when I was president of the Nigerian community northeast of England, I organized NIN exercise for Nigerians. And money was paid into my account. You understand what I'm saying? And I was to transfer the money to the people that came to organize the NIN. How much we're talking about? It was even less than £5,000. My brother, till tomorrow, that account, okay, was frozen. I had to go. There was so much investigation. I know they use the account again. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? With Halifax, I went to the bank to go and carry out the process. Thank God, I may get account. Now, I started filling form where I get the money, where's the money going to? What's this? What that? My brother? You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? So, but before the UK got to this place, they don't already fix a lot of things. The electoral system. I mean, the UK has the best electoral system in the whole world. If I may say that I have seen, even better than America. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? So, I think we need to fix our own electoral system first. For now, the average politician has no respect for the Nigerian people.
No way.
The average politician believes, the Obasekis believe, that their money will always buy them the pass. The Oshomales believe that their monies will always buy them the pass. Now we now have a president.
Isn't that true?
Now you now have a president, okay, who actually, came through that same ranks as one of those who, engineer the process like this. Anyways, pharmacists will get some update. Maybe we just show our people to wait till they come out.
They are counting. One.
What's the name of that party?
That's where they vote. They are counting.
So, pharmacists, I think that's one of the polling units, and these results are already trickling in, and we can see that, ladies and gentlemen, like we said, it's abysmal, usually abysmal, and if this is going to pervade the entire cross session, at the end of the day, this election, we just wait, okay, to see what the entire outcome is going to be. Apparently, we've established adequately a lot of what has happened, in this election. First, it started by, very high, very low voter turnout. Very low voter turnout. You understand? As a matter of fact, there was an example of a place where we had 700 registered voters. Less than 100 persons came out to vote in that particular, polling unit. And the same thing has been reported across very many, places, all over, the state. And so at the end of the day, it is not looking hopeful. Of course, we must add to that it is not looking good for the Labour Party because of the, monetary power that has come into this. Pharmacists, for me, somebody's going to be declared winner of this election, okay? And at the end of the day, without sounding in any way funny, for me, nobody, but it's very reflective of the entire Nigerian landscape as well. Nobody will be declared winner of this election that I would proudly say that this person won an election. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? At the end of the day, because this, for me, is hugely flawed. I don't know what you have to say, but this is what we have.
Yeah, absolutely, Komelamte. Before we, myself and yourself, to be precise, especially yourself, before we decided to support the Labour Party candidate, we knew where we were up against. And
Definitely.
we weren't. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting something good, but I was also had in the back of my mind that Nigeria may also happen. And let me also say that Edo State may also happen. Just before I go straight to answer your question, if the result we are going about to be believed, it looks like PDP might be edging out APC in the battle, which means Obaseki has had it all. So people are happy with Edo State. What is your problem? What is indeed your problem? What is your problem?
I think it might be too early to make that call.
Yeah, I said with the result we are getting, because I will be expecting PDP to be getting 0 in the right climb, even with the right money.
Yes.
But that's the situation. So if PDP even gets a good number of votes, more than the Labour Party, it's a commendation for PDP.
Yes.
And it's a commendation for APC. So why are you crying wolf? We go all about doing street lights, doing this for them. They are the ones there, mortgaging our own life that we think we are living here, and the people are happy. We can't continue like that. Sometimes you need to be encouraged. We were talking offline when I was giving you some family problems and all those stuff. You told me about overcommitment and how we spoil them. I've gone out of that already. I work in a community pharmacy where there are more Nigerians and foreigners coming there. They come even as little as paracetamol against process, asking to buy. And we give them, and that's so people go to Nigeria and they do something wrong themselves. They come here when they have issues with health, they run here, they leave their own country. And when it comes to election time, they go and so I mean, there are many things to be upset about. I am very upset, not because of the victory. I'm upset with the process. Because if we are going to make a movement, we should see it like they always say in English. Far away go become cock when they burn out. Now from how you go know. Are we taking any step to show that there'll be happiness in the future? The answer is absolutely no. You know, so it is very worrisome. Forget about LP. I'm not interested in who wins. I'm interested in the process, and I'm even more angered looking at the place where people are voting, and you say that you have a government, poto everywhere. What is all that? And you are happy to continue?
Yeah.
There must be a change.
You know, pharmacist. You know, look. I knew, like you said, I knew the odds when we were supporting and declaring for Lumidi Akbata. We knew the odds that we were against. But my support for Lumidi Akbata very clearly was not because he desperately must win his election. I wanted him to win. I worked very hard, like many people did, like he himself did the most, for him to win, to change and break the jinx of this hold by APC and the PDP. It would have been a lot easier for us, for me particularly, to say I am supporting Asue Ighodalo. It would have been a lot easy for me as well to say I'm supporting Mode Ukbewolo. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? And all of that. If I had wanted something personal for myself, like many electorates right now are doing, and like many people who decided, you know, did. Don't say, man, they want something personal for themselves and all that. So it's a very convenient arrangement to say, I'm certainly to support Asue Ighodalo, even though I know that this is not good for the interest of Edo State. Or I am supporting Ukbewolo, even though I know that this is not good for, it's not best for Edo State. Do you understand the people from? It was a convenient decision to take. Now, you know the danger in all this, okay? I have done what I believe, you know, is most patriotic of me. Following what I believe conscientiously, not because I'm expecting anything. So to that extent, I do not have any disappointment whatsoever. Okay, I only feel the pain that I wish majority of our people would just see this to say, man, look, let us resolve to change the status quo. I wish. But if they are not seeing it like that, because right now, if people over 18 years old are able to change their minds to vote a certain direction because they have been induced, my brother, we are all in it together. The Benin man says, but one thing I promised myself is I will not change because majority of people are doing things set.
Never follow the crowd. I've never done.
I will not do that. I will always do what I believe is right. And that's what I've done, which satisfies me on this occasion. Do you understand the picture of what I'm saying now? I don't owe anybody. I'm here with my own heart conscientiously. But you know the bad thing about this? There are so many Nigerians, so many of those people who live abroad, who have seen how things work abroad. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? And they support this arrangement that is happening right now. Provided it favors them.
Yeah.
Pharmacists, do you understand what I'm saying now?
I get you.
Pharmacists, you know, when I became a citizen of the United Kingdom, just say they give me citizenship, I hold their passport. There are things I cannot confine myself, say I want to do. Something will just remind me, say, man, you are a citizen. You don't do that. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying now. Things that they are not expected of who's supposed to be a citizen. You understand what I'm saying now? And I believe that is a base of patriotism. Conscience, no, they let me do it. Are you following what I'm saying now? And some other people, it could just be easy thing. You understand? They could just, what did they do? I mean, easy now. You understand the picture of what I'm saying? But my conscience will not allow me. Because again, this is whom I am. Should I change because some other people do some kind of things, shortcuts to get away with things? You understand? So I think that unless and until Nigerians desperately and deliberately get to the point where they realize that we are citizens, and because we are named citizens of our own country, there are certain expectations of all of us. And one of such expectations is that we cannot afford, okay, to compromise ourselves when election like this is around. So, and compromise is just everywhere. From those who are we have given
you have 35,000 policemen. What are people that come to pay doing in the precinct of elections? What are they doing there?
Bro, it's
no. I can't understand, Lamte. You have deployed 35,000 police people, and you have like 3 or 4 in every polling area. What are the people that are not coming to vote? They are not agents. What are they doing there?
Yeah.
What are they doing there?
There are so many questions that they will form the body of rhetorical questions.
What are they doing there, Lamte? Is it a theater? Have they come to dance?
They know what they have come to do. They definitely know what they have come to do. You know.
So you must be rich now to contest for elections.
That's it.
A lady running to be prime minister, to be a leader of Conservative Party. She wasn't born here. Kemi Badenoch. She wasn't born in this country.
She's a Nigerian.
She wasn't born here. She went to primary school in Nigeria, secondary school in Nigeria, before coming down here. Today, she is in prime position to become leader.
The next prime minister of the United Kingdom, if she becomes the leader of the Conservative.
She doesn't have
a position to become the next prime minister.
So as it is now, my children, your children, can never be governors in Nigeria.
Oh no! I know they hope that. I know they hope that can.
Is that not what's supposed to happen? Is that not what's supposed to happen, Lamte?
Ideally,
I'm not going to have that million to give to my son to run. Where?
Pharmacist Remiran, it's not even a question of being rich. I mean, Olumide can be called a rich person. You know what I'm saying? But there's an extent to which your words can even carry you. It's not going to be rich. The people who do this to this nation are people who have stolen from the people's patrimony. They took part of the same money that belongs to the people and use it, stipends of it, to buy the people, to keep themselves in power. That's what is happening here. Now, when you see this, you tell yourself, if God spares the life of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will win the next election in Nigeria and govern for 8 years.
Of course, absolutely. That is a goal.
It's a given, isn't it?
That's a goal, not a given, it's a goal.
You see? So this is exactly what this explains to me. Even though Nigerians will come out again before 2027 to protest because there's hunger in the land, even inside the protests, Tinubu will contest his second term election. He will win.
Not just win, he will win landslide. He will get Lagos and Abuja back. We'll be here. 2027 is just around the corner. It's 3 years away.
Yes. So this is the problem.
In a country where people came out to demonstrate, you'll be asking yourself, where are they from? In Olumide's campaign, you see crowd. In APC, you see crowd. In PDP, you see crowd. And other parties, you see crowd. Where are the crowd now?
No. Yeah, exactly.
Where are they today?
Where are they now?
Where are they today?
It's a question. It's a
so why will a candidate go to any TV house to campaign? You have to campaign with your money, bro. You don't need to go to any TV house. What is
exactly.
what is Rufai Oseni saying in Arise? Well, is that important? It's not important.
It's not important.
You can see it now.
It's not important.
So, it's a difficult thing, my brother. And there is a problem with the black man. There is a problem with the black man. How are you going to hold Asma Igodalo to account if he becomes the governor? How are you going to hold Monday Okpewolo into account if he becomes the governor? How are you going to hold Olumide to account if he becomes the governor? When you did not vote for him, he paid you to vote for him.
Exactly.
So what are you talking about? You come to the market to buy. You buy your wares and you go back.
Exactly.
That's it.
I think it's a tragedy. It's honestly, a
and you see educated people and those that live in diasporas behaving, and they keep their children here. Yeah. I can tell you how many of those in Obaseki's government whose children are abroad schooling.
Yes.
How much do they earn a month?
Yes.
And people will be following them.
Yes.
Money is all that matters.
Yes.
We get what we get what we deserve.
Mm-hmm.
I am particular against. I know you don't like it, but I am particular against the religious group. I'm against them because they are not talking now. Tomorrow somebody will say he saw vision, and they will be believing them that whoever wins supposed to win. When you know that the person bought votes, you will now use the name of God and garnish it to deceive illiterate, frustrated Edo State people in the name of God, when God has given us blessings. Just watch Lamte. You will see them. They will come and tell you. So God told them to buy votes. And you are happy in the pulpit to say that. It's absolutely a misnomer.
It is. There's no doubt. It is. Results have not been called. We don't know who's going to win. Whether it's Saswe Udalo, whether it's, whether it's Olumide Akpata. We don't know what is going to happen at the end of the day. There are still so many twists to this whole matter, which is why I am not enthused at all based on what this process is what is betraying me currently. At the end of the day, after this election, people are going to go to court. It is quite very likely that at the end of the day, court is going to decide who's going to govern the Edo State. This is all part of the dirty politics in Edo State. Edo State people, please, if you are there and you are watching, it is a comedy show. We are back live. Though we'll be leaving shortly. But please share the broadcast. We have a few more updates to give. If you are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe because we are still going to be on this matter. Whether election finish today or not finish today, we're going to be on the matter. And
Comandante, I've just got a notice from INEC. How true it is, I don't know. Should I read it?
Go ahead, sir.
It said extension of voting time in areas where the process commenced late. The Commission continue to monitor the ongoing government elections in Edo State from our situation room at the national headquarters in Abuja. Our monitoring indicates early commencement of polls in many polling units, but there are also reports of late commencement in some locations. To ensure that no voter is disenfranchised, the Commission wishes to reiterate that in line with our regulation and guideline, voting will be extended where it commenced late and will continue until last voter on the queue who arrived at the polling unit by 2:30 p.m. has voted. Accordingly, we have drawn the attention of our office in Edo State to ensure that where necessary, there is adequate power supply from our backup electric generator in the affected polling unit or ward coalition center. Signed, Mohammed Aruna, National Commissioner and Member, Information and Voter Education Committee, Saturday, 21st September 2024. So that is just to encourage people in areas where they commenced late. But I'm also curious that they didn't mention anything about vote buying and others. Is it that they have not reported to them
they cannot speak to that. If anybody's aggrieved, there are processes in place for people to, equally, of course, channel their grievances. But the report I'm getting here is that A Sako Northwest, Ward 9, Polling Unit 18, PDP scored 11 votes, LP scored 11 votes, and APC scored 67 votes. That's the stronghold of, what's his name? Adams Oshomole. So that's the report that this one is being sent in. I can verify this. It's been sent in by, our observer. Our observer sent this in. Esako West Ward 9, Polling Unit 18.
No, but I must say, I don't also think that it's only the stronghold of the APC. Asama Kadiri of the Labour Party is a strong man from that part as well. So.
Oh yeah, but Asama is not from Isako. I think it's from another local government. Anyways, that is the result that is coming in from there. But let's take a listen to this. I don't know what this is about, but it's one of the updates sent in.
PDP.
This is it's a Concentra, Ward 2, Unit 1. So we are sorting the votes now. Sorting the votes.
Meanwhile, I'm just getting on that report right now. This one is at Asako Northwest, Ward 9, Unit 17. PDP 37, LP 27, APC 197. That is coming from another polling unit in Asako.
I don't know Asako West.
I don't know Asako West, yes. So the results are gradually trickling in. While some are concluding, some are being extended.
APC.
What pillar from Nigeria Watch?
Yeah, Nigeria Watch, they themselves are very disenchanted. I think they've been following the election so far. I particularly I watched Nigeria Watch, while we on break a bit. I particularly, equally, very much adore and respected of course, the depositions of some of the panelists, expressing disenchantment over the reports they are getting on the ground. And I think they were very apt in some of the things they were discussing. It's all the same thing that we're talking about. There are people who genuinely want things to change in our country. Unfortunately, things are just the way they are. Most unfortunately. So that's it. Now that what is they are doing their bit, and of course I am very pleased with the job they are doing. Honestly, let's take a listen further.
PDP.
This is it's a Concentra, Ward 2, Unit 1. So we are sorting the votes now. Sorted the vote. APC. APC.
I think there are reported violence in areas. I'm just saying this on Niger Watch. I would like to share Niger Watch this thing so we can have a look at that. You know.
This is serious.
This one is footage from Niger Watch.
This is serious.
Hey, wow. This is the same youth that are complaining that Nigeria is hard, we need a change and all that.
Thank you.
They still allow themselves for politicians to be used. You know, look where we are today. This is so disheartening. Anyway, I have one more to go. Let's take this.
As you can see, what we have gotten so far from our mamas, it has been disastrous. Like shooting individuals. They were shooting individuals, innocent individuals, on what? Yes, we know we want democratic change and all that, but stooping so low as to take arms and be harming innocent individuals. Because I was only aware of a woman who got shot at the lower part of her stomach and now is in the hospital. I did not know that it even engaged with every... Oh my God, this is serious. Please, for those of you out there, watch your backs, stay safe, play it safe, and stay... But to be honest, it is inconceivable to hear that people will stoop so low to just go to that extent. Our mama just told us that she fell down at this place, lost in her phone and lost in her voter's card. In fact, people lost things more than even voter's card and their... It is a painful sight. It is very, very, very immature. But we just hope on God that the rest of the election stay as peaceful as we have seen it so far. And those boys who came here with armed, please change your ways. It is not proper. It is not proper. Just take a look. What do you intend to gain? How many innocent individuals? I'm devastated. The only question I have in mind is, were there no security men? The police just came by earlier. Police just came by earlier to check the skin. A lot of people have been coming and going, entering, for those people who have lost their things. And it is so painful. Amosa, Urana Emino Be Warana.
Something like that they never even fair fight you're talking about this kind of thing.
So now the first time we something like this happen.
Yes.
If you want to go for when you keep your phone.
I just now.
Say no, come on that time where we there, we go put the camera for your face. So.
Wow.
Just be like, no, walk in the wall.
Be like if they do festival.
So
Festival they kill you, they know the judge am. Or party time they kill you, they know the judge am.
No, if they can't keep person, they can't vote.
Wow. Pharmacists, it be like say, why would they feel say everywhere they relatively peaceful? Be like say violence there some places.
No, it
But,
cannot.
you
You will know now.
Much later, we are going to get a clearer picture of all of these things when they happen. Apparently, it is not, generally peaceful. So that is another dimension to it. So I think that at the end of the day, we have a huge problem on our hands, and we can only but believe that at some point we will take the bull by the horns. I'm not very. It's not very convenient for me to say God will do it. God has already done it for us. But everything happening right now, our responsibility, and you can see based on some of the results we have seen, it's increasingly looking like the APC is clearing the Edo North, particularly looking at the Oshomoles, area.
God is doing it.
God is doing it. God is doing it. It's a shame. It's a shame, honestly. It's a shame. But that's where they're going to anchor it. God is doing it. There's this result has equally come in. ASAC Eastward 5 Unit 4, APC 210, PDP 51, LP 4.
Some results are really laughable.
This one I got. Iyo Bosa and Uyis unit in Ward 5. It got local government. LP 4, AAC 1, ADC 1, APC 40, PDP 37. You understand? So apparently, it's looking like this is going to be APC and PDP are just going to slug it out based on this result that are trickling in. We've seen that of Isaac East previously. Onwa East local government was 11. Unit 12. This was not just bother add Labour Party journal. They just a good result of APC and PDP. APC 175, PDP 104. In Unit 11, APC 198, PDP 24. In Unit 7, APC 165, PDP 78. This one are all one East local government. So this is what is being played out majorly across everywhere. Across everywhere. So pharmacists, those states election, as we look at right now, from all of these presidents coming in, it's looking like it's a 2-horse race now. If all of these things are reflective of the entirety of the state. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Absolutely.
It's looking like a 2-horse race between the old foes, the APC and the PDP. So it remains to be seen eventually who is going to be declared the governor of those states. Now, the reason why this is even very worrisome, looking at somebody like Ubewolo, my brother, you understand what I'm saying? That at the end of the day, they would declare Ubewolo the governor of those states. My brother, I honestly don't know. I'm very worried. Do you understand the picture of what I'm saying now? That, yes, man, this is our own dear Edo State, my brother. Our own dear Edo State. Now, wow. Now, heavy wow. I think as somebody on social media, I don't know, I'm just going to sit down and reflect on a lot of things and probably decide what my niche is going to be if I'm to be present on social media. My presence on social media has always been to try to use the platform that I have to speak to, to the right things as far as Edo State and Nigeria is concerned. But
I must commend you. You have done very well. But I think one is trying not to use some words, but Lamte, no, it's a difficult one. There is no ray of hope. No.
Yeah, I tell you now. I don't tell you since
good people and good leaders will not emerge through this kind of process. So to that extent, there is nothing to look forward to.
The beautiful ones will never be born.
Yeah, when the country is ready, they will decide. I don't think we are ready.
I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have. Oduma Hope is trying to come in. Let's see what they have there. Some of my agents are still there. They are still, trying to deliver on the resolve. We'll hear from them, but it's really, really looking very discouraging, very, very honestly discouraging, and shameful, so to speak, as well. Now, so we go the day. Those state people and Nigerians across the world, I salute you plenty. It is still the election day. Those state 2024 governorship election, live updates, live report, live coverage. And my name is Electoral. It's the Comrade Show, and I've been with Comrade from Mrs. Austin in Remira. I can tell you, I am dazed, particularly. So I'm very, very dazed. Not just because of the kind of result I'm trickling right now, but because of the processes that we have been seeing all across the state and all of that. So, but we're going to keep touch with the whole process as the case is. Results already started coming in. And Hope, do you have any information for us? Unmute yourself, sir. See, I need the sweat. Unmute yourself. I can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute. I cannot hear you. Can you unmute yourself? You need to talk. You don't see me, not the hearing. I've asked him to unmute himself, but he doesn't seem to be getting that.
Can I take the opportunity to read what Governor Gordon Obaseki has just said?
Go ahead, sir.
I am impressed with the large turnout of young voters as I cast my vote by 11:50 a.m. at Unit 19, Ward 4, and mock my primary school in Oredo local government area. The ballot box in my polling unit is filled. Young voters are the heroes of today. They defied the heavy downpour and were at the polling center by as early as 7:30 a.m. The voting in my unit has been smooth and reassuring, but I hope the same level of efficiency will prevail in the collation of results. The military has kept to their assurances of ensuring adequate security during this process, but we are getting reports of disturbances in some voting units here in Oredo local government, which must be addressed by the appropriate quarters. It's just from the Twitter feed of Facebook of Governor Gordon Obaseki. Probably nothing writing directly, but of course the handlers. And there's a photo there of him casting his vote.
Well, I'm not expecting that we're going to hear anything different, isn't it? We shouldn't. He's the governor of the state, so he has to say, speak the way like this. I expect that, particularly when a lot of the reporting will be getting the decision will be that they are on top and everything that they have planned to do, they are being firmly executed. You understand what I'm saying? But himself, his class, his likes, they are the killers of democracy in Nigeria. And I put that on air. You understand what I'm saying? They are the ones that are killing
if you permit me, can I just read this from one of my classmates in my club group? He's a medical doctor. Look at what he said. It is very clear why politicians weaponize poverty, and we continue to do so. The people are really hungry and are tools to easily use to write elections. In my polling unit, it is not INEC that is the problem now. Voters, particularly women, are scrambling to vote so that they can go and collect their bribe before it will finish. Because of this, they have all crowded the INEC officer like 10 fish inside one sardine pack. The officers have been choked to their throat and stopped the voting process until the people comport themselves. Comilati, people are rushing to vote so that they can quickly collect their money before the agent leave the scene. This is from my Dr. Dustin Oko. He's a medical doctor and a dentist.
Yeah, Francis, I've told you this before. You know what I'm saying? That the weaponization of hunger in our land, it's a major factor. It will continue. Because again, these guys have brought out billions to do this. In the first 6-7 months of whoever emerges, they want to recoup all that money, and they know they will recoup it. It's business. So at the end of the day, every speech they make is all hollow speeches. Every talk they talk is all to satisfy the optics. There is nothing real about these people. You understand? Needless to say that they actually have good intentions for our people in Edo State or Nigeria. So for the electorate, I blame them a lot less. Because, my brother, we give instances, whether we like it or not, the people who sold that 4 years ago, they are selling that again. Because 4 years ago, they had a morsel of bread. Okay? You don't finish since they don't struggle through. Now, they will tell you that if they don't collect, they will still suffer for the next 4 years. Listen, they just collect. They do what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So
election time is offering time.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, if we blame them and we are not thinking of, my brother, to be honest with you, okay, I'm saying this live on air. I think that, I remember when I read about Europe Revolution, bro. Europe did not allow herself to be destroyed by the bourgeois. Do you understand what I'm saying now? There was a revolution that gave serious cleansing. I think that Nigeria needs to be cleansed thoroughly.
But how can Nigeria be cleansed when we don't want to be clean and the people are aiding
my brother, I am talking of revolutionary cleansing. I don't want to use my mouth to talk strong things. I think that we need somebody who really is a patriot, having the wherewithal to recruit people of like minds, may they carry out necessary proper cleansing, and everybody will be aware that this is the reason why this cleansing is taking place.
Let me make you laugh. Let me make you laugh in the process of cleansing. Mr. C Africa just wrote, APC all the way, Obaseki back to Lagos and as well. I just want to make you laugh.
As if APC is the option that the Dazed they deserve right now. APC is not the option that Dazed deserve right now. When you look at the APC,
Peter Odio just laughing at you, say, my guy, your candidate lose his units.
Okay. Has it been released?
I don't really know, but
yeah, it's in my candidate lost his unit. Now, when you look at the APC just now, we look at the state of Nigeria right now. If anybody is still clamoring for APC, these are people who are either they are highly ignorant or they are just enemies of this country. It's one of two things. They are either seriously, dangerously ignorant, or they are just enemies of this country. Because there's nobody who will see the product of APC on the Nigerian state and still advocate for APC if they are right thinking, if they are not suffering from a certain mental health problem. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? With all due respect.
I don't think they are not suffering for any mental health. They know what they are doing.
Anyways, today is, for me, it's a watershed for me. Today it's a watershed moment for me. You understand what I'm saying? Because from today, I am taking some personal decisions as far as this whole, my own worldview is concerned. I had a brother in this country who, since he became British citizen several years ago, he told me, he said, anything we concern that country, I not get him. And he's living so peacefully. He's not losing sleep. For the last 2 days through this weekend, I cancel work just because I wanted to be on. But he's not doing that. He don't even know what he did about the country. He's not interested. But he's not losing sleep. He's at peace. And I think he's living all right. He's gonna look with the laugh and say, "Oh, you never know this country when you enthusiastic about. Go and mark it in the next 200. That's what he said. In the next 200 years, nothing's going. It's going to be from worst to worst to worst to worst.
Has he lied? Since he told you, has there been a difference?
He's been every day. He's been vindicated. It started from when we had Obaseki talk about movement in 2020. You know what I'm saying? He was not interested. And he told me, he said, "Go and mark it. This Obaseki one and support, so he's going to fail. He's going to fail all of you woefully." And he's vindicated. When we were somebody, Peter Obi, he came as he was laughing, saying, "Oh, New York, they tell us, see what they happen." He know every day, well, really, that is happening. You understand what I'm saying now? From what he go tell him, he go just issue some statement, and he will be vindicated. Are you following the video I'm saying now? So, yet again, he is vindicated. I think that there is no way we'll continue the same old story and expect things to change. APC, PDP, 25 years, we've just protested against hunger. We'll protest again, definitely, but we'll give to ourselves what we desire. That's what the outcome of this election is going to be.
Absolutely, Comilante, but I must thank you very much. All we do is to deepen democracy. Posterity will remember us at some point, and let's see what happened. It cut across the entire Africa.
Absolutely.
This is 2024. They're already deciding who will run in 2027.
Yes. They've chosen themselves. And for the human being who said just now that my candidate lost his polling unit, don't get it twisted, my friend. Okay,
he wasn't referring to you.
I supported. I don't even know if he's lost his polling unit. Even if he did, I supported my candidate not because I wanted to win desperately. If my candidate is the one, stealing elections like this now, coercing people like this right now, I won't be here. I won't even be talking about him really. If Olumide is able to become the governor of Edo State, I will expect him to strengthen the democratic structures of Edo State. That's where our hope is going to come from. Not because of what he's going to do, but just let the people's will prevail without coercion.
And because he is different, even if he's going to thief, he's going to be a new thief. Let us leave the old thief alone.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And again, it will be that now it is by the grace of the people and their support. So it was not, my support for him was not because he was desperately going to win. Whether he wins or he doesn't win, if he wins, I'm going to win with him. If he loses, I will lose with him. And in that way, I'm a happy man because I stayed conscientiously with my conscience. You understand what I'm saying? And all of that. And I have no regrets. I will regret if I'm supporting Akbakomiza and he eventually is declared the governor of Edo State. I can't be proud of that under this kind of circumstances. I will regret it if I'm supporting Aswe Udalo and we have elections like this. I can't be proud of that. When we supported Governor Obaseki 4 years ago, we didn't support him to get him to rig him into office. We supported him to get to win, legitimately. And I think he did reasonably. And all of that. So we didn't discuss how many ballot boxes or how many people were coerced and every other thing. We saw a massive support for him and all of that. And that's it. So in this case, anybody who prevails in this case cannot boastfully come out to say, I won. I cannot see anybody winning here. What do I say? How market? My friend, market is very fine. My market is very, very okay, intact. You understand me? You go ask yourself how market, because at the end of the day, probably you when you talk about market now, Nigeria there you do. Nigeria's economy, they control me. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I can decide to turn my back. If I've done anything to support a good process in Nigeria, probably not for your sake. People like you, your family, when you did that Nigeria, your friends when you did that Nigeria, when you go suffer, the suffer will go continue if the right thing is not done. That's the market, my friend. So pharmacists, the reports are still trickling in. Apparently, results are being declared now and results are being called. I think that we should hang it here. It's 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
At the moment. So I just want to say, those state people and Nigerians across the world that have joined us, I want to thank you guys, honorably and legitimately. So far, we can see the drill. We don't know yet. In this election, we cannot talk about exit poll. We can't even project into who's going to win. It is looking like PDP is having the upper hand in some quarters. It's looking like APC is having the upper hand in some quarters. At the end of the day, when collation of results would have been done, somebody will be declared a winner. And it probably not going to end there. Cases are going to go to court. So even while people will celebrate at the end of this exercise, if it will be the final Supreme Court judgment that will let us know who the next governor of Edo State is going to be. I really worry. I worry particularly at the position of the APC, where we saw them in Imo State, where APC took 4th position, and Supreme Court made a move took forth to become number one. If that is going to be the lot in Edo State, I do not know. If they are going to win accurately at the ballot, I do not know. But the drama of Edo State governorship is open-ended even as we speak. So we are going to await to know if it's Olumide Sabobapata who would have won this election, or if it is Asua Ighodalo who would have won this election, or if it is Akpakomiza that won this election. Until we see the final result, we cannot make any claims per se. What we are sure of, what we have spoken to, is that this election has been completely marred by a new dimension, one that we have not largely seen before, and that is vote buying, particularly at the polling units. And of course, we have expressed our disappointment in our electorate and the willingness to buy, you understand me, to sell their votes and all of that. And we thought that that is a huge danger in a new dimension to our democratic structures as far as Edo State and Nigeria is concerned. How every one of these things is going to pan out, what the future portends, we do not know. However, what I can say is that the future is largely bleak. Unfortunately, there's this book that, where the writer says the beautiful ones are not yet born. But when I look at Nigeria today, I can tell myself that the beautiful ones are likely never to be born. That said, I still want to thank every one of you guys who have taken your time, whether now or before, to get yourself involved, engaged with this process, engaged with the affairs of Nigeria and indeed Edo State. I want to really thank you for taking your time out to be with us on this platform, and of course every other platforms that we follow. If you are there on YouTube, I still request that please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, but we're going to be giving out a lot more updates as the day go by, while we sit down to gently take our decision, in the foreseeable future. On that note, maybe I want to say we are going to come back again when a lot of the results would have come in, reasonably. Where probably we're able to make projections into who the next governor is going to be, and in this case will be a governor-elect. That said, I want to say a big thank you. It's been Election Day live broadcast, the governorship election of Edo State. And my name is Komilante Imosa Oriahi. We also have with us our brother, Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremera. Comrade Pharmacist, just before we take a bow at this moment, any word?
Yeah, thank you so much, Komilante. I cannot stop but thank you enough for what you do for Edo State. Well, nothing to say. The election is on. You've said it all. It's been marred with irregularities. Well, because we are human and we serve God, we always want to end with God. Well, may God see us through.
Thank you very much, Pharmacist. I must return your thanks. I must thank you as well, bro. You've given commitment to this whole process. We have come to the apogee, the very climax of it, and hopefully we shall have cause. Whoever wins, Olumide, Asue, or Akpakomiza, will have cause to review, en route to this process. This process, of course, even hereafter, and look at every other thing. But at the end of the day, our commitment to a better Edo State and a better Nigeria is unflinching, and it remains so. And whatever we decide to do, by the grace of God, we will always hold Nigeria very dear to our hearts, irrespective of what is happening. My brother, I thank you for being with me, for joining hands with me, and together with a lot of other comrades, to stand on the path of truth. I think that either now or in the future, posterity will vindicate us. Either now or in the future, posterity will stand firmly with us, because we did not compromise. We did not take money from anybody. Rather, we have spent quite a lot of our monies because we believed. And I think that in that area, I probably would call on God, that God will know how to equally sort us out. But on the issue of Nigerian elections and what we decide to do, the electorate, and of course, those that are fighting to be elected, I don't want to call God at all. What we sow, we will reap, and we will reap abundantly. On that note, Edo State people, may God bless you all, and we'll come your way very soon, shortly. Bye for now.
This is the Common Show.